Hello, hello, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be watching from. This is Pastor Chris Ogedembe on Singles and Married. You know, Marriage Matters is now single and married. Hello, happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Hello, I'm going to give you a shout out. So please let me know. Thank you. Hello, Sister Fumi. I love you. Thanks for coming on. Thank you, Mr. Michael. God bless you. So that I can thank you. As US, I was service today. God bless you. Right. Tonight we're going to be actually addressing the singles and the married. So everyone's going to be blessed. We have a powerful, we're going to have a powerful time. Please, our phone line is going to be open, so the telephone number is there. If someone can just help us put it up, because I don't know it off by heart, so please help us put the telephone number there that we're going to be calling on. So we're going to be having a live chat, as well as teachings tonight. Thank you. God bless you, Dr. Teacher. Thank you, Miss Adua. God bless you. You're doing a great job. Well done. So if you can just please, press the share button, and also on your share button, you're going to see, and another, or on that share button, it will tell you to share or invite your friends. So you want to basically invite your friends. So if you go on it and you just sort of press the invite button and just click on your friends, that would be really great. Hey, okay, let's get going. I'm excited. Oh, Dr. Obi, God bless you. God bless you. Our service today, I'm sure you had a great time. Now let's keep it going. Thank you, Mr. David. Thank you. God bless. Please, Sister Fumi, if you have the number, help me put it up, or Dr. Chicha, help me put it up, so that we can have a call in. Actually, I think I've got the number. The number is 07, that's +4474 36719902. That's +44 743 671 9902. So we're going to be calling that number, later on. But let's first get into the matter of the day. Now, we're looking out for the singles, and we're saying, because I've realized in all of my counseling and all of my sessions with people with marital issues or relationship issues. Oh, hello, Brajalami. God bless you. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. I've realized that we could basically trace it back to things like this. Before you say I do, what are the, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. David. Thank you so much for putting up the number. Please take note of that number. We're going to be having a calling, later on, and we're going to discuss. Please, all our men, I really need your help. Because before I say I do, we're going to look at certain things that put men off, because, many a times we tend to just bash at the men, but really we want to really talk business. What are some of the things that put you off in man or in your woman? What is it that your wife may be doing that you've been talking about it seems not to be going in? So we're going to discuss it. I will share some of those things, and then we're going to just leave it open. But before we go into that, let's look at the singles. Before you tell somebody, because the traces will be there, all evidence will be there as to who this personality is, as to who this person you're saying that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, as to who he is. But a lot of the times we turn a blind eye, even haven't seen all of the things that we're supposed to see. What are some of the things you need to look at or check out? One thing we have to look at is character. Listen to me. It does not matter the person's gift. You understand? Don't be carried away by gifts. Don't be carried away by somebody's position. Don't be carried away by somebody's family background. It does not matter. I understand all those things cannot make marriage stand. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Thanks so much for coming in. You know, not in beauty, not even wealth. I've seen very, very beautiful people, come out of relationships. So beauty does not actually hold a marriage. Wealth does not hold a marriage. Let me tell all the single ladies out there, listen to me. Hey, tell me food. I love you. Well done. You know, the fact that a man has money, or the fact that a woman has money, it's not license for you to marry them, because after all is said and done, none of these things can actually hold a relationship or a marriage. You have to check the character. You've got to check the character of the person that you're marrying, because if you don't, the matrimony will be turned into what we call agony, matriagony, and we don't want that. You know, you don't want to turn your house into a boxing ring. Thank you. God, yes, love is not blind. Look before you leap. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. David. Exactly. Look before you leap. Love is not blind. There's certain things you must have seen, and open your eyes widely. Check character. If you marry charisma, you would regret it. Don't marry charisma, marry character. And how do we check character? What all of characters should we be looking at? Thank you. Please share it. Also invite your friends. If you can just go into the share button, it lists all of your friends, and just begin to invite them one at a time. It will really bless somebody. Praise God. And we thank God for the testimonies we're hearing from all of this broadcast. God bless you. Thank you so much. So going back, what are some of the things we should look out for? There are 3 character flaws. 3. Number 1 character flaw is the shallow character flaw. Now, this shallow character flaw, we can actually sort of like overlook some of them, but as long as we're going to work on them. If your money is important, yes, very well, but we're going to look at that. Yes, the fact that somebody has money is fine, but you must not marry him just because of the money. He must have money, fine, but that must not be the main reason why you're marrying the person. Yes, that must not be the main reason. We're looking at character flaws, things that you would have seen in the person that would have helped you, because that's the reason for courtship. The reason you're courting the person is to know whether you are compatible, whether you're going to be able to live your life with that person. I'm speaking to, whether you have been married before, or you are still single, or you're a single parent, it doesn't matter. Before you go into a relationship, you must take a look at all of this. So there's what we call the shallow character flaw. Now, what are some of the shallow character flaws that you may see in a person? These ones, you can basically overlook some of them. Things like the way the person eats, maybe the way the person chews their food, maybe they're coming from a background where they don't really know how to eat, politely or in a good manner. They don't have good table manners. They just eat like that. Things like that. You can actually correct your spouse. You can, the person that you're having a relationship with. Yes, shadow character flaws. Thank you, Brad David. Put it down, and let's all be interactive. Just write it there, put it there, and if you have any other suggestion, just put it in there. Are you getting me? So things like the way they chew their food, or maybe the way they yawn. Maybe the person yawns, very funnily. You understand? Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, I think it's better now. Now I was having some light coming now. So maybe the way they yawn, or maybe possibly you're with them in an event and they've been tired from the night before, and the person just sort of dozes off of their chair and they snore. The person is snoring. Brother David said toothpaste. Okay, toothpaste. We're looking at characters that you can mouth odor. Yeah, we're looking at the characters that you can see in the person. Certain things that you can see, you can overlook, as long as you're going to walk along with them to correct it. If they're willing to correct these kind of errors, then we can overlook them. You don't have to leave a person just because of the way they eat or the way they walk. The way they walk, maybe they walk somehow, maybe not in an elite manner. You hate snoring. So if you went to an event with a person and I don't want to use the word dating. You're cutting the person and they sort of like, they hit their head against the chair and they start snoring. Those kinds of things can be overlooked. They can be worked on. You understand? Cause sometimes certain things are bleaching cream. Thank you, Brother David. In fact, I want all our men to talk tonight, even all the women too. Bleaching cream. Some women think that until they have bleached their skin and, they are red and everything, that, they won't look beautiful. No, listen to me. Your skin is beautiful as it is. See, one of our men is saying there that they don't like people who bleach. And bleaching actually, basically, anyway, we won't even go into that tonight. You understand? So that's one thing now, that somebody is saying. But something like, if the person lacks stable manners, it doesn't mean you should dissolve the relationship. Those things can be learned. He can learn, how to hold a spoon, a fork, a knife. That can be taught to the person. We'll go down next video together. Mommy, we'll go down. Night vigil, oh my God. Shekpe, you will not sleep. The snoring will let you sleep. Black is beautiful. Yes, you don't have to bleach. But things like maybe the person laughs loudly, like there are people with that kind of character. Don't leave the person because they're laughing. You understand? Because of the way they laugh. I know a lot of you know Dr. Dino Sunday. He was saying that his wife didn't like it at first, but that was just him. He couldn't change. That kind of, there are things that we can't change in a person because of that. We shouldn't sort of like, cut off the relationship. Are you understanding me? Like, if somebody doesn't have a good dress sense, they can learn how to dress well. Somebody came from a background where they just dress casually. Some they just sort of like, the way they dress is they don't see a big deal in dressing elitely. Are you getting me? So those things can be learned. The shallow character flaw can be worked on. They can, we can work on that. If the person you're having a relationship with is having such character flaws, it doesn't mean you should walk away from the relationship. Like gnashing teeth, if they're just gnashing their teeth, banging their teeth together, or maybe a man is putting his socks inside his shoes. You don't have to walk away from him just because of that. Or maybe the person is not fashionable. You don't have to walk away from him or her because of that. We can learn all of that. You can talk about that in love before the wedding, and both of you can be committed to changing and to changing things. But there are other character flaws that you just cannot overlook. No cooking, no general cleaning. We're getting that. We're going to get to that one. This one, we are addressing the singles now. What you must look out for, what you must watch out for before you say I do, before it takes you to the altar, before you go to the altar, the things that you must look out for. Now, that was the first character flaw, shallow. There's another set of character flaws, which is what I call deep character flaws. Deep, very deep. You understand? When you see that deep character flaw in a spouse or spouse to be, then you need to, it's your choice whether you still want to go along with it or not. Are you getting me? Gossiping, that's one. I hate it with all my beings. I hate for people to gossip, to backbite. I cannot stand it. I detest it with everything in me. So if I'm in a relationship with someone that's backbiting, I will cut it off. But somebody may be able to, stick with that. I don't know. But this, when we get to the deep character flaw, the choice is yours. Thank you. Please do share. God bless you. Share it. Invite your friends. Go to the share button and begin to invite your friends to join on, because relationships that are failing, it's because of this very, very stage. They didn't do, they didn't actually pass this test before they went down the aisle to take the person to be their lawful wedded wife or lawful wedded husband. It's because of the, now let's look at certain deep character flaw. Things like lack of vision. If a man or woman does not have vision for their lives, you want to be careful, because if there's no vision, that means they're blind, they're going nowhere. That means there's no destination. If you don't have a vision for your life, that means you have no destination. So if that spouse, we're talking to the single right now, before I say I do, before you say I do, we'll get into the married people later on. You understand? Before you say I do, what are the deep character flaw you need to watch out for? Lack of vision. He doesn't have vision for his life. He doesn't know where he's going. She can't tell you about projects she's doing. She can't tell you about how that she has a vision for this, for that, and what she needs to accomplish in life. You understand? Even if he or she doesn't have a 20 years plan or whatever, at least you must have a year plan or a kind of vision, what you are seeing, things that you think that you need to achieve in life. If that person does not have vision, then you really want to think twice before you walk down the aisle and take their hands in marriage. Are you getting me? If the person is unreliable, if the person is a liar, then you want to be careful. You cannot trust a liar. A liar can take you down to the dungeon and be telling you he's taking you to the aeroplane. Are you getting me? If somebody is a liar, then I don't know whether you want to continue in that relationship. I don't know whether irresponsible acts. Yes, stinginess. If somebody is stingy, that's true. Thank you. In fact, that's a good one. If somebody is stingy, if they're willing to change or whatever, and you feel you can cope with it, that they will change, then that's up to you. Some people won't be able to stand it. Some people can do with it, and if somebody is prayerless, we have to talk about this prayerlessness, because listen to me, life is about changes. Life is full of challenges. Life will throw punches at you, and if you're not able to pray, if your spouse is not able to pray, there's going to be trouble. So it's okay for you to want to marry someone who can pray, both man and woman. Yes, lack of integrity, like you can't meet them where you leave them. If they say one thing, it's not going to be that thing. If they promise to do something, they won't do it. That's lack of integrity. Anyone that lacks integrity also can be a liar. Are you understanding me? Can be irresponsible is act. Yes. Lack of integrity, not caring, and also, there's some men say, "Oh, I can't stand a woman that cannot cook." Listen, for the cooking can be learned. You understand? The person can learn, the man can learn how to cook, the woman can learn how to cook. That is not a problem at all. You don't need to leave an individual just because they can't cook, unless that's a priority for you. If that's a priority for you and they're willing to go and learn it before you actually conduct the wedding ceremony, then that's fine. You understand? Then lack of focus. If somebody lacks focus, they're always confused. They're never, they're saying one thing one time and then something else another time. Somebody that's confused, you won't know where to go. In fact, that kind of a person, control freak, I think we're going to put that under fundamental character flaw, because the next character flaw is fundamental one. All these other ones we can still do with it and sort of like work on the character to make us more perfect. Things like lack of openness. I've never been in a relationship. Somebody's always hiding something. Always hiding. God bless you, Sister Abby. God bless you. Good evening. Somebody's always hiding. They're not open. They're not open. They say one thing and then it's another thing tomorrow. They are forgetting what they told you last month, or they're on the phone, and then as soon as you come on the scene, they quickly, they sort of like change, and goodbye, I'll see you later. Okay, I'll see you later. Or maybe there's a phone call coming in, and they're there, and all they're saying is yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'll call you back. They're secretive. Thank you, Stafumi. Secretive. If you're in a relationship like that, before you say I do, watch out for them, because these are the things that we overlook. We see everything in that person and we still go ahead and marry them. We see everything wrong in that person and we still say I do, because we're thinking that, they will change. It's only a matter of time. By the time I marry him, by the time I marry her. No, if things are not worked out before then, deceptive relationship, and imagine, I heard about a man who married, this was in United States. He got married, he was a married man, then he went to another state, and then he married another woman. Neither of the women knew that he was married to two women. women. Can you imagine such deception? So be careful, because you would have seen evidence of all these kinds of things in the person. Holding on to ex-partners. Yes, not letting go of the past. But you know what? Extravagant lifestyle is another kind of character flaw. Listen to me. If you're in a relationship with somebody who all they want to do is spend, they can spend any amount on anything. Hey, then there's a big issue there, because then how are you going to save? How are you going to invest? How are you going to prepare for a future that is a wealthy kind of lifestyle and future? How are you going to? Extravagant lifestyle, always doing ashrebi every weekend, that kind of a person, you would have seen it there, and I need to speak to our ladies on this. Are you understanding me? Be prudent with finance, be prudent with money. Yes, unforgiving acts, like maybe something happened and you say, oh, I'm sorry, or maybe they're always talking about somebody that hurt them and they're never letting go. Are you getting me? They're never forgiving. They're always coming back to talk about that issue that somebody had actually apologized for, and they always still keep going on and on about it. If you're a single person, be careful before you say I do. Look out for these character flaws. Now let's go into the third character flaw. I call it fundamental character flaw. When you actually discover fundamental character flaws in your mates or in your partner or in the person that is courting you, or that is intending taking you to the altar, I will advise you to break the relationship, because this flaw is too fundamental to be ignored. What are the flaws? Stealing. If somebody is a thief and they're always stealing, thank you, Sister Sheila, God bless you, thanks for coming out, thanks so much. If somebody is a thief, they always, you go somewhere and they steal something, or you don't want a thief in your life. You must don't say, oh, he will change, or let me give him time, and let me give her. Even if it's a women, they steal. Maybe you are in you went to a place with someone, and the woman takes, I had a case where one of our members was saying something like, he was somewhere with a woman, and the woman took part, some of his dollars, $300 or $400 from his money. He had $1,000. Happy Mother's Day. God bless you. Thank you so much. It's a no-go. Gambling, Sister Fumi, thank you. You can't marry a gambler, please. I beg of you. Gambling. If somebody is gambling, you are in courtship with a gambler, cut off the relationship. I'm telling you, listen to me. We're too much headache in homes and marriages. We don't need it. If somebody is gambling, cut off the relationship. Even if somebody is lying and they don't intend changing, you need to cut off the relationship. I'm telling you. Cut it off. They will lie to you, catch them today. And then drugs and alcohol. Thank you, Sister Dupe. Thank you. Drugs. Before you say I do, singles, I beg you. Before you say I do, if somebody is exhibiting all of this drug addiction, you must cut off the relationship. If somebody is a drunkard, you need to cut off the relationship. Because drunkenness, it wrecks homes. I have seen, I used to know a man who, he was working in IBM, one of the most outstanding, that was the day, those were the days when IT was like, he was one of the top guys in IT. Drinking just destroyed his life, wrecked his marriage, he lost all of his houses, and he became homeless on the street. Yes, the person might gamble all the funds away. Even a woman that is a gambler, there are women who are gamblers. Cut off the relationship. You don't have to listen. You don't play with your destiny. Don't trade your destiny for destruction. It's okay if you walk away from that relationship before you marry the person. It's okay. That's why you must not sleep with anyone until your wedding night, because by the time you walk out on that relationship, you have nothing to lose. But if you had slept with them, you have been sleeping with them, then part of you goes with that person, and the pain is enormous. You go through so much pain. So don't sleep with anyone until your wedding night. That would allow you to watch out how things will come between you, and you can easily just say, I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be able to continue in this relationship. Also, unfaithfulness. Somebody is dating. Don't let me use the word dating. Somebody is in relationship with you, is courting you, and you get to find out that he's dating somebody else, or she's in a relationship with somebody else. Excuse me. And you still want to go ahead. So when you marry him, he will go and be womanizing, or she will go and be manizing. Yeah, it could be a woman too. There are women who do all kinds of things like that. You know, if the moment you see that, then you know to cut it off. Don't give yourself a headache. Listen to me. It is better you wait and the right person comes into your life than to enter into something that will give you headache for the rest of your life. Because listen to me, with all of these exhibits, you know, the relationship can stand. It can strive. Bitterness, you know, somebody is bitter, or maybe you're in a relationship with someone who refuses to work. He's the only person in town that does not have a job. 1 year, 2 years, parasite. This that will be parasite. You're right. He does not have a job. There's no one in town that would hire him, and he does not have the brain to start an employment himself. Everyone has got something. Everyone can start employment themselves. There's something in your hands that you can do. Are you getting me? To make money. Somebody was saying that, a man of God was saying that somebody came to him, the graduate, and he said, "Oh, I don't have work. You know, if you can give me money." He said he looked at him and said, "You have a car?" He said, "Yes." "You don't have petrol for the car?" He said, "Oh yeah, you know, because and I don't have anything for, you know, to pay my rent. If you can just give me money to pay my rent." The man of God said, he looked at him, he said, "Because you have a car, I'll give you money to go and fill your car with petrol. You can go and do taxi. You can go and be a cab driver until God will lift you, and then you can go into another business. But there's something in your hand that can bring you money. There's something in your hand. So if somebody is refusing to work, then we have a big problem. Some are blinded by the love of money without establishing the source. That's another thing. You don't know the source. The person is just bringing on money. Like I've learned that, some girls go into prostitution and they send money home, and their parents don't even ask where they're getting the money, what is, happening. As long as the money is coming, they don't care. What is the source of that resource? What is the source of that money? Find out. If somebody is a bachelor, somebody, you are having a relationship with someone and they're hitting you, and you still want to go ahead and marry them, then something is wrong. Even if it is a man, even if it is a woman, there are women that can beat. A woman lifts up her hands and she slaps you. You still want to take that woman to the altar and marry her. A man hits you and you still want to marry that man. That's an error, because you marry him, he will kill you. You marry her, she will kill you. So if he's already beating you in courtship, then you better cut the cord. I say cut the cord. Cut off the relationship. Call it off and walk away. A woman once came to me, after service, and he said, "Oh, can I see you, Pastor?" Then that was, some times ago. I said, "What happened?" Apparently, she had been under my teaching. She has had my teaching and all that stuff. She was going to get married, and then this guy, was fond of just talking to her anyhow and that. They flew out to the Caribbean to actually conduct the wedding and that. She said on the night before the wedding day, the guy hit her, beat her. She said she cut off the wedding. She called off the wedding and she flew back home. She said she called off the wedding and flew back home. She said, because I have heard you say that it is not too late to walk away. The moment somebody lifts up their hand to beat you, understand? Hello, Sister Tutu. God bless you. You want to cut it off. This is what we call fundamental character flaws. You cannot afford to overlook fundamental character flaws. Are you understanding me? We're going to be having a calling tonight. So please, get ready. Once we finish this, we'll give room for, to know exactly what women do that put off a man. So whilst we're doing this, you can get your questions ready and all that stuff. Another thing you want to watch out for is if the person is irresponsible. irresponsible. Let's say, for instance, you are in a relationship. That person has been married before, or had a child before, somebody had a child for them, but they don't even care about that child. They're not even sending money to that child, to the mother of the child or whatever. They don't care. They're always seeking evil of that child. You must not go into that relationship. You must, because if he does not care for the child that, thank you, Sister Fumi, that for the child that is from his bosom, let me tell you, he won't care about you. So you need to cut it off. If somebody is a night crawler, a fornicator, a womanizer, you understand me, and you are in courtship with that person, you want to, these are too fundamental for you to overlook. You listen to me, you cannot change man. You can't change anybody. Leave God to change people. You are not the changer. You are not the savior. Jesus died, and if they won't give Jesus that opportunity for him to change them, you are not the one that's going to be able to change them. Trust me. So you don't want to have your absent dads. Yes, absentee dads. They are fathers that have children, but they're not looking after the children, and you want to marry them. You want to marry that person. That means if you have a child for him and he walks out on you, you are on your own. You are on your own. That's the truth. So cut it off. Cut it off. They're always keeping malice. Don't marry an armed robber. You see that somebody, we've talked about it. Thief. An armed robber is a thief, or somebody that's involved in, so somebody that's into pornography, lesbianism, homosexualism, sodomy, and the person is so wrapped up, and you want to marry them. Please, singles, single women, single parents, however single, whether through divorce or just being a single parent or just being single, look out for all these character flaws, and just one outweighs the other. The ones that are fundamental, and we cannot joke with it. Please, we can't joke with it. So please, I beg us, don't go into it. These are signs. Listen to me. Oftentimes people will now, they would sort of say, they talk about the fact that, I saw it when I was cutting him, but I just, love was just too much in my head. I thought he would change. I thought he would change. Don't rush into marriage. Take your time. Study the person. If you jump into marriage, you will jump out of it. If you jump into marriage, you will jump into fire. Please watch out. Love you before. He says love somebody before, as just like you love yourself. Love you first. Open your eyes. Don't just wait. Open your eyes. Check things for yourself before. Ask questions. Ask series of questions. Watch his mouth. Watch her mouth. You will discover the truth. In fact, ask again. You need to ask some questions 2 months after you have asked the first question, so that you check the consistency in their answers, in what they are telling you. That way, if he's lying, you'll be able to discover that. You understand? The second answer will contradict the first answer. Thank you, Sister Anastasia. God bless you. Thanks for joining on. So just watch her. You can marry. Avoid petting and fondling and kissing somebody. Once you start that forbidden fruit, your eyes will become blind to the truth. So don't go into bed with somebody that you are not married to, so that it's easy for you. When you see all these fundamental character flaws, you can walk away. You can actually break relationship and avoid sex. You understand? Premarital sex, it will damage you emotionally, psychologically. By the time you now want to break things up, it will damage you. You understand? Thank you, Sister Jane. God bless you. You understand? Walk into the relationship with your leg, never with your head. You understand? Avoid the whirlwind romance. Take one step at a time. Take one step. Don't release your trust without testing. Let him or her know that you are worthy. He's worthy to be trusted. Thank you, Sister Funke. Thanks for coming on, Sister Elizabeth. Thank you for joining. God bless you. You understand? Be prayerful. Ask God to lead you, to reveal things to you. God can reveal the dark secret things of darkness to you. Things that you don't know. You understand? Thank you, Brother Yemi. God bless you. And even pay that person a surprise visit. Visit them without notice. You are still in courtship. Visit them without notice. You might discover that things that you didn't bargain for. Just show up. Just show up and see, whether, things are not the same way he's telling you or she's telling you. Do a surprise. Do what I call a friend's test. You understand? You just on, because marriage can mark or make you. Marriage can mark. Test that person's love for money. What I call money test, check his desire for money, the way he handles money, the way he talks about money, the way he makes money, the way he craves for money. If you discover his eyes are always, or he's not prudent, then be careful. Be careful. So that's for our singles. I hope that has been a blessing to you. Thank you, Mr. D. God bless you. Thank you, Sister Biola. God bless you. It's true. Do your test and make sure that you walk into the relationship with your eyes open. So all of these character flaws would help you to know whether or not to go for that marriage, to walk down the aisles with that person or not. Are you getting me? So now let's go to the things that actually the things that turn off a man. My God, that's gonna be hot. So we've dealt with the singles, amen. Mr. Bello, wonderful teaching. God bless you, Mr. Bello. God bless you. If you can just put, if there's any other thing that you can put there to help all of us, that things you may watch out for. Somebody was sharing that, some of the things that put them off in a lady is inability to be considerate. They said they went out with a lady, and that lady, as they were out, they ordered something at the restaurant, and the person just ordered all manner of things. The table was so full. The man said he paid for it, and he just walked out and said, I cannot marry this person. That was his own judgment. What's your own judgment of the person you are going out with before you say I do? Before you say I do to that person, make your own judgment. But the fundamental character flaw, you can't afford to overlook them. Praise God. Now, when you go into things that actually turn off a man. Praise God. Thank you. Good evening, Matt. Brother Kenny, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Love you too. Love you. God bless you. Amen. God bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you. Now, what are the things, very quickly, because of our time, that turn off a man? Last week we looked at things that turn off a woman. What are the things that actually turn off a man? Listen to me. If you are a lady, you need to be clean. If you are dirty, it will turn off a man. You can't afford to be dirty. You can, your pants, every lady should be changing their knickers every day. We call it knickers. You call it pants or something. Americans call trousers pants. So it's just something pants. Let's call it pants. Take your bath. Keep yourself clean. If you are generally dirty, the man will not. We're talking to the married people now. So if you are a woman, please, dirtiness would actually put off your man. Dirtiness will put off your husband. Men cannot also, they can't stand domineering wives. If you're domineering, please, let me put it there. So I want our men to contribute now. What are some of the things that put you off in a woman, especially the married men? I want you to talk to me. What are the things that put you off in a woman? What are the things that I know that dirtiness is number one. Is number one. You understand? So what are dirtiness? Extravagance, yes. Body and mouth odor. That's it. Body and mouth odor. Please, you can actually put an extra toothbrush in bag if you're going to work and all that, and toothpaste if you have body, or go to the doctor to get yourself checked up. But make sure you're always sort of like yes, body odor. You see? So there are deodorants that can actually deal with that. There are deodorants that can deal with the body odor. So please look for deodorants that work well for you. Laziness, this is laziness. Women, please, even though the man is breadwinner and the head of the home and is the one should bring in all the money and that, however, you can't stay home and say, because my husband must do everything, I'll just not do anything. No man wants liability. Do something with your life and contribute your quota to the house. Not that he's the only one, so that he doesn't drop dead just like that. You understand? Don't be lazy. Some people are so lazy, they can't keep the house clean. Everywhere is dirty, everywhere is messed up. They only hoover the house once in 2 weeks. Inability to cook. and you can go and learn how to do that. Dominating acts. That's it. Even our women are saying it. Please share this video. God bless you. Verbal abuse, and we women are professionals at that. Let's just talk. Women are professional. Some men are professional. Verbal abuser. Let me call it that way. If we can, you must talk and even send messages to his people at home, his great grandmother, his great grandfather. What they did in times past, you would, you all the abuse, in this way. I often say something. I said there are some women that, they can abuse even a dead corpse, somebody that has been buried and put in the grave. That dead person would rise up, he would respond to them, and he will go back to the grave. That's how bad their mouth is, that they can abuse any Dick and Harry. So don't verbally abuse your husband or your spouse. Are you understanding me? Also, another thing that men don't like is being overweight. Check your weight and just, I know some men like it, they don't mind, but for your own health's sake, just please do not generalize. Okay, when you say generalize, what do you mean? You mean abusing somebody abusing somebody, or which one of it that we shouldn't generalize, or is it the one for cooking or whatever? Just let me know. You understand? Also, there are women who are breastfeeding. You're breastfeeding and you have milk stain on your bra, milk stain on your clothes, and everywhere smelling because you are breastfeeding. You haven't changed your bras in a week. Come on, give me a break. I mean, no man will like that. You may be a nursing mother, but be a clean, neat nursing mother. Change your bras every now and then. Make sure you even have, unforgiving acts, keep malice, punishment with sex, yes, and food. Where these are ladies talking now, and the things that we do wrong, that women do wrong, that actually turns off a man, like punishment with sex, saying no, I'm not going to have sex with you just because you've annoyed me or you've upset me and all that. Please, let's check all of this and just put things in place such that we can begin to please our men and have an amazing relationship. You understanding me? So if hunger, you feed him. Don't make him go hungry. Feed him. Make sure there's food in the house. An hungry man can become a very angry man. You understand me? And also, when there's high bills and red accounts, some women don't know how to be prudent. You leave the hot water running all day. You leave the heating in the house, and you're not in the house or you are out. You can't regulate your heating because the husband must pay the bill, and so the heater is on 24 hours, and it's not like you're in the house. Everyone goes out and go to. Be prudent. And then the bills come every month or every quarter, and it's so huge. The man will be angry. The man will be nagging. Yes, women are professional naggers, and we need to change that. Men don't like that. There are men, they just don't like trouble. That's why you see some men, they wouldn't even tell you when they're going to leave. You just get home one day and they have disappeared. Because why? The men can't sit down to just talk and talk things out when it's too much for them. So we need to be very unaccommodating acts. Unaccommodating act. Maybe he put his shoes somewhere. Hey, why did you do that? And you're shouting, screaming. You understand? And come on, men don't like that. It gives them headache and they just walk away. Don't come home one day and your man would have walked away. That won't happen to you in Jesus' name. So please, they don't like emotional problems, things that will cause them sadness or depression. Yeah, very true, Pastor. Most women will get into marriage and literally settle down and let themselves go because she's not married. Exactly, with children. And some that are in Pentecostal, they feel that because we have this thing in church about God hates divorce, and so they think, oh well, he can't divorce me now until death do us part, so I'm the only one that he can marry, and so I can just do whatever I like. And then your breast is everywhere. You are always, because you are breastfeeding, so you must now open your breast and breastfeed outside anyhow you like. You go to church, and even though there's what do you call it, nursing mother's home or a corner or whatever, you just stay right there, right inside the church, bring your breast out, boom, and you are breastfeeding, and that breast belongs to your husband. How do you expect him to feel when everybody is looking at what belongs to him? Yes, we know it belongs to your child as well, but at least what belongs to him, keep it for him, so that at least that's his own. That is, it's private. So be careful. Don't just do things anyhow. Men don't like emotional problems. It leads them to depression. They don't want it. Hurt, pain, everything affects their libido. You understand? So because of time and because we're going to have a phone calling, so we can now begin to have calling. Just calling on that number +44. Yes, we put it up, Sister Fumi. Let me repeat it again. Amen. We can just call in and just checking into this, and what are some of the things that that we're doing that you don't like, or things that you think can be done. The prayer line is, the call number is +44 743 671 9902. Dignity, ungrateful acts. That's it. Ungrateful acts. Be grateful. Be grateful. Listen, as a woman, every month your husband pays the mortgage. He pays the bill. Thank him. Thank him. Be grateful to him. Say, honey, thank you so much for all that you do. I really appreciate you. You're the best in the whole world. Thank you, Sister Fumi. You're the best in the world. Honestly, I don't take you for granted. He pays the children's school fees. Thank him. Thank him. Say thank you. I'm so grateful. You understand? I've talked about, I've done a video on things we must say and things mustn't say. You understand? What to say and what not to say in your marriage. Some women don't say thank you. That's true, Sister Funke. Please, women, let's learn to say thank you. Let's learn to appreciate our men. They are doing a great job, especially if it's the responsible one who does all his all his duties. Let's learn to say thank you. You understand? He takes you shopping. Maybe he drives you to the store and he picks you up from work or something, like he takes you to the hairdressers, he drops the children at the private lessons. Thank him. Thank him. Say, honey, I'm so grateful. Thanks for all that you do. It helps a man to do more. You understand? Don't always find fault. Some women are always saying, you don't know what your men are doing. The other men are doing better than you. What are you doing that no one has done before? No, that's not a good thing. You are greatly appreciated, Pastor. Thank you. You touch on topics that are very important in the home, especially in African homes. Thank you. That's it, Mr. D. And the reason I'm passionate about that is because all I keep hearing, is, okay, men, they do this, they are very wicked. Women, they do this, they are very wicked. But who is telling us what to do? Okay, what everybody's doing is wicked. Then what do we do? How should we do things right? And that's why I'm coming up with all of this, so that we can know what to do right and how to actually sustain our relationship and marriages. Amen. So that's the reason. How do you turn your husband on as a woman? How do you have a good dress sense? The phone line is open, so you can phone. Sister Toyin, thanks for joining. You can phone on. It's open, but let me go on in the absence of the phone calls. As a woman, how do you turn on your husband? Have a good dress sense. Some women can dress well. Some people cannot dress. Some people, if you see them, they're like masquerades. Some of them, some women, the way they dress, it just makes me, your eyelashes are here everywhere. It's like your eyelashes are even covering your own eyebrows. And then some don't even have sense of dressing. Their color matches is so ugly. You understand? Green, yellow, blue, everything is just. Some will do their nails and it's different colors. Different blue, red, green, and all the stuff. How does a man like things like that? I don't know about you, but excuse me. Some people, they're here. They've pierced their ears everywhere here. Everywhere is full of earrings. Everywhere here. Their ears are pierced. Everywhere is full of. And apart from that, they now put all manner of stuff. You must go and learn how to dress well. Learn how to. Not all men like all those diggy. Find out what your man likes. Find out what your woman likes. And dress the way. Though you must be happy with yourself. But excuse me. Hey. let's just, some people's nails like this, you are having nail sets that you can't even do anything with it. Everything is God knows how many inches, and you have to do this to be able to just get by. Bleaching cream, thank you, Stafumi. Let's talk to ourselves. Bleaching cream without makeup, your face is something else, because you are bleached everywhere. Then some people's, the colors don't match. If you look at their hands, their fingers, it's not the same color with their faces. Some people's legs are different colors. Which man will be looking at a body like that and be moved to want to even sleep with you when they, multiple colors? You understand? You like natural, very, you see, that's like Kenny say, Brother Kenny saying I like natural. Some people's hair do, is something else. Or some people would have hairdo and they wouldn't have changed. They wouldn't have changed that wig. You are wearing the same wig, God knows how many months, and the smell is smelly. You can smell it. You can smell it, and you are sleeping with the man on the bed. Some people, their hairstyle, they have not looked after their hair in God knows how long. So when they remove their wig, they're like, God help us, masquerades. Modesty, thank you. Modesty. There are women that don't like extravagance when it comes to dressing. Dress nicely, neatly, sharply, and just have a very good dress sense. You understand? Match your color well. Amen. Don't be all over. If you're wearing high heels and the heels are too high and you're walking like a Jilingo, and the man is walking with you, you are always falling, and he has to pick you up beside him. Find the one that, okay, I'm not saying don't go into fashion and all that. I'm not saying, but excuse me, let him be proud that you're his wife. Especially this bleaching thing. And you know what else bleaching does? Let me tell you, it makes your body to pack up very, very quickly. Because the body will just all be matchy, wrinkles everywhere. Then you destroying that body with that. And also, can I tell you something about bleaching cream? Bleaching cream causes cancer. It's one of the number one causes of cancer in the body for women. And a lot of women are coming up with cancer now, and it's as a result of these bleaching creams, because of the chemical composition of the bleaching cream. I don't have time to break it down and break down the various chemicals that are in. If I pick up some bleaching creams and begin to break it down and what it does to your body, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Preach. Some of our women should wear their natural with a nice soft perm or relaxer. Thank you, Sister Victoria. Thank you. The weaves are too much. Too far. Not a good look. Some people, that is just not, is out of this world. Everything is not natural. You understand? And also, did you see that, I don't know whether you got that post about the Jamaican lady who went, she had her hair done. Then she went to a club with the husband or something, and they came home. The moment they came home, she collapsed and died. When they did the autopsy and actually traced it to the chemical inside, the chemical that was used to do her hair for her the day before. So if you can go, a lot of women are going natural now. All of my girls, they don't perm their hair again. They just naturally say, no, mom, they're going natural. Is they're treating it nicely, plating it, and then doing it. So if you can do it, fine. But if you can't, then please just do it in moderation. Yes, so not being content with what God has already blessed them with. Did you hear about that woman who was always pumping her bottom? She will go and pump the bomb, and the bomb will shoot out like this, boom, boom, boom. The last time she went, the thing ate her big time and entered into her destiny. Then there was another one who was pumping her breast. What are you doing with pump breast? The one God gave is not big enough. You are now going to pump so that you have it here on top of, and everybody, you can begin to shock everybody with it. And she died in process. The last one she went to do, she went into a shock and she died. Cosmetic surgery. What are you cosmetic? You understand? Just be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Don't die early. Don't go into an early grave. Don't go to an early grave. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of men don't like it. A lot of men don't like what they are seeing. So please, let's be careful. You some of the things that can actually turn your man on. Can I help you? Some of the things we've talked about, what can turn them off. Let me tell you some of the things. We say good dress sense. You can have what you call dangling breasts in your house. You put on your husband's shirt, you know that, that's fine. Your husband can be turned on by that. You know, he's seeing his shirt in you, he's looking at his thing dangling and going here and there. Man, his head will swell, man, and he's like, that's my baby. You understand? You know, that's my baby. Fake makeup, ugly masquerade makeups. The men are talking, the men are talking. They say ugly masquerade. Okay, how else do you turn on? Now, how do you turn on your man? How do you turn on your man? You understand? Dress up and undress in front of him. Undress in front of him. If you're the only one in the house and you know you can't even walk naked in the house with him, that's fine. That's okay. He's your baby, man. And you know that will turn men. Let me tell you, men are moved by what they see. What they see. They are moved by what they see. So, you know, when he sees that body, man, he turns him on, baby. And you are allowed to have, you know, alluring smell. Things like good perfume, good roll-on with nice smell. Those good powder with nice smell. There's a powder that I have. I don't use it on my face. I just, it's got this nice smell. And I get it from Avon. I order it from Avon. Very nice. So I just put it, I put it, before I go to bed, I put it on me. I just sort of like, put some on my pillow on my bed. Oh, it's so, it's so beautiful. The smell, you come into my room and it's like, those kind of, hello, God bless you, Sister Jennifer. God bless you. Coca-Cola shape is nice. Sister David, you will explain that one. I don't know what Coca-Cola shape means. What's Coca-Cola say? You've missed so much, Sister Jennifer. You have to go back and you share the video, and then it will be on your timeline. Brother David, tell us what's Coca-Cola shape. Well, if there's anybody that knows what Coca-Cola. Perfume candles. Thank you, Sister Fumi. Perfume candles. There are candles where you put it on and you just have this beautiful scent in your room. They should go to the gym. Take her to the gym. You go with the gym with her. Maybe there's a part of you that she doesn't even like and she wants you to walk down the gym with her. That would be a good one. Yes, that's a good one. Perfume. Thank you, Sister Jennifer. Perfume. What do you call it? Candles. What are bedroom effects? Romantic bed sheets. Cool music. Don't leave your bedroom bed sheet for a whole week, 2 weeks. You haven't changed it. Come on, change it every few days, at least every 4 or so days. Change buy plenty. What I go and buy plenty and I stock it in the house and I'm just changing it here and there. Sexy underwears. Thank you. Sexy underwears. And man, your girl is asking for money to go and do shopping. Give it to her, man. Give it to her. It's for you. She wants to look good for you. Perfumed anointing oil. I like that word. Anointing oil now has become perfumed though. Brother David, you keep with laughter. Perfumed anointing oil, so that when you are doing the anointing, it is also coming with beautiful smell. I like that word. I like that. Praise God. So all of these things would also affect. Maybe you maybe in the house you may just basically want to sit in a position where it sees your legs, it sees your laps, it sees your buttocks. You sit on his leg and you're alone. You can easily turn to him and he's just moved. Those kinds of things turn him on. Or you just decide to cook his favorite meal and he comes into the house and he's smelling something. You understand? So yes, change the bed sheet regularly. Agent provocative 90s. Help us. Where do we buy that one? Sister Jennifer, where do we buy it? Ugly, horrible legs. Listen, the leg can be taken care of. the leg can be taken care of, you understand? So that, you know, and another thing, Brother David, before you married her, you saw the legs the way it was, you understand? So it is not today she's carrying you know, ugly head. It's not today she's carrying you know, ugly head, you know. But what about sexual touching? You just touch, and you just, you know, touch in places where it will move him. It will move him, you understand? What about, you know, so, oh my God, shh. Sorry about that. Oh, it's a brand on High Street. Okay, is that what it's called? Agent Provocative 90s. Okay, so we can go and get that. Summers for sexy underwear. Fine. You see, the ladies are telling us now. The ladies are telling us what to do, where to go and buy those things. You understand? So because they know. So please, you know, God wants it well with us. You understand? You know, and also you're in the house, you can put on your bra and your pants. You know, just alone in the house, and you just walk around and all that stuff, or you sleep stark naked. Yes, you're allowed to do that. Just sleep stark naked. Maybe it's outside. Yes, so walk naked in the house. Tell me food. That's it. Walk naked in the house. It's your house. It's your house. It ain't nobody's house. It's yours. You can do whatever you like in your house, baby. That's it. So those are the things that turn them on. Thank you so much. It's been awesome. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you for your, you know, for doing set with me. I appreciate you. Or bend down after bath. Oh God, yeah, my head though. You know, the experienced people are telling us what to do now. When you have just had your bath, you bend down like this. Hey, Jesus, oh God, looking for nothing on the floor. Oh my God, the men, are you looking at that? Oh, you are looking for what is not lost. I mean, tell me, looking for what is not lost. Jay. Yes, we help groom each other as husband and wife to get the best out of each other. Exactly. That's what we're talking about. And then we can have an amazing marriage. We can have an amazing relationship. All of this bickering and fighting and all that, let's just get rid of them. Let's begin to do things that will bring romance into our home. Amen. Watch romance. It depends. The romantic films, it depends though. I'm glad you mentioned that, but because we have to be careful on that. There are some films that are classed as romantic, but they're pornographic. You know, don't invite things into your home that will cause problems. Some people will say, okay, let's watch sexy films, and they just watch the act, and that brings a lot of, you know, demonic whatever into your home. But maybe the kind of romantic film you're talking about are the ones that would enhance, I don't know. But as long as there's no pornography, yes, go out on dates. We call it date nights, and just date your man, date your woman, because, you know, just go out on dates. And don't talk about problems when you go out on dates. You must maximize that time alone with you. Don't talk about problems. Don't talk about issues. You just, you know, chill out, love on each other, listen to amazing music. What, you know, but, you know, powerful soul music. I don't know what soul music. Well, I think it sets the mood right. I prefer worship. Why? Because it brings out the atmosphere. It brings out the presence of God. Or some classical. That's just me. You know, whatever works for you, that is fine. If soul music works for you, as long as it's not coming dirty or coming on, you know, in a dirty way or manner. If it works for you, that's fine. I just like a worshipy environment, because then I can connect with God. And of course, there's some music that they're not necessarily gospel, but they're morally clean. Fine. If that works for you, that's amazing. My husband used to like some, I can't remember some of the artists now, but he used to just, you know, there was one he would play, "You're the mother of my children," and that something like that. I can't even remember how it goes, but he likes that so much, and he will play it. "You're the wife of my youth," and all that stuff. He used to play them, and that used to really work. You know, mommy worship song will do the day. Hey, okay. Oh, this clean soul music, classical. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, thank you for. You see, me too. I'm learning. Worship song will dull the day moment. Okay, so which one will not dull the moment? It was a great topic tonight. Thank you for your time as always. Thank you, Mr. D. Thanks everybody. I've enjoyed doing time with you. Thank you, Mr. D. Tell me food, Sister Jennifer. God bless you, Sister Fumi. I appreciate you. Ratoyi. Thanks everybody, brother. I'm really going to go back and watch this this video over and over again, because I have a lot to learn from it. Brother Kenny, thank you. Dr. Teacher, thank you. Thanks everybody. I'm so grateful. May God bless you. I'll come back again next week, Saturday, on Parenting Without Tears. It's been amazing. Yesterday was awesome. So I'll be back on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning. We're now treating raising boys, parenting boys, and he opened a lot of eyes yesterday. So please join us on Saturday so that we can have an amazing time. Thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. I'll see you next week. Love you. God bless and bye-bye. Dr. Chris again.